Last week we asked if any of you had ideas for games, mini games that is, for this week's episode. And this week we had a lot of different ideas to go through, and there were a few that we liked. So we chose those ones and had a few. Steven had a few of his own, of course. This whole week, just so you understand, wasn't just mini games. Still did workouts. Some days it was just mini games. Other days it was mini games on top of, an hour's worth of working out at the gym or something like that. And it was fun. It definitely helped break up the monotony of everything, but it also was not easy.
Welcome to Minigame Week here on Origin Story!
It took a bit of coordination to get a handle on the rowing machine. I felt like it was going to be too complicated when I saw Steven do it and try to explain to me how to do it. But after a couple of attempts, I figured out the motions and I started going as fast as I could. And after about the fourth, maybe fifth time, I was able to reach the score that Steven said I had to hit in order to proceed.
JJ Frank suggested that we do a rowing machine contest. What we've done is set up Duffy to row for 30 seconds as fast as he can to see if he can break 150 meters in that time. Duffy tried a total of 4 times to get to 150 meters, until finally he was able to do it just by a little bit, netting him a grand total of 5 points.
All the way down. Don't be like Baki.
The second mini game is a dumbbell curl ladder, which we start at 5 pounds, working our way up to as far as we can go, 10 reps on each arm. Working up in increments of 2.5 pounds from 5 all the way to attempting 22.5 pounds. Each completed set of 10 curls netted Duffy 1 point. Duffy gained a total of 7 points from the dumbbell curl ladder. The next day we went to Dave & Buster's, where they were gracious enough to let us film there. Hashtag not sponsored.
So I never played a dancing game before, not like this at least, and it was definitely a lot more difficult than I was expecting. And it's all got to do with the coordination, and I definitely was not good at that game. If it was on a controller, I probably could have kept up with it, but I get a little dyslexic from time to time, and of course this was one of those moments.
Duffy played a total of 12 songs on the dance machine, netting him 12 points. The next minigame he did was a hand-eye coordination game called Lightspeed that kind of made him a little more tired than he anticipated. Completing this game netted him a single point.
Steven asked me to do any video games that looked like they might pose some sort of a challenge. Some things, like the dance game and Lightspeed, were challenging. and did give me a bit of a burn. Then you had games like Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. A game with Olympic Games in the title that has you running and jumping to control the game, you'd think would burn. You'd think it would help you with a burn, but it didn't. It was actually really lazy. Steven insisted I try out Fruit Ninja, which I told him I did not think it was going to do anything for me. He insisted, oh, it's a big screen, so try it. I'm sure it'll do something. No, it didn't. I didn't feel anything from that. It was fun, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't a workout.
As per my recommendation, he played Fruit Ninja, which netted him half a point. But on his own recommendation, played Deal or No Deal, which took away half a point.
Overall, spent a good bit of time here, and I did feel quite a burn because I did spend most of my time on the dance machine. Hands down, the most exciting experience I had this week was on the squat rack. I had heard from a few people, a gym's not a gym if it doesn't have a squat rack, which is why Planet Fitness is considered by many people to be not a gym. That and the whole lunk alarm thing. So the squat rack was intimidating. Let's get that straight. The squat rack was extremely intimidating. But I went ahead and I lifted the bar 45 pounds. Whew. Okay, that was hard, but I did it. I did it 2 times in that first day. And then the next day, came back, did it again. This time, we did the 45 pound, just the bar. And then we did 65 pounds. And then 75 pounds. And then 85 pounds. And I was able to do a 5-rep set of 85 pounds. Steven told me to go walk it off. So I got on the treadmill for 5 minutes, walked. I came back to him because he was doing his own squatting there. I told him, I just looked at the 85-pound squat footage we took. Sensei, may I do more? And he loaded me up with a 95-pound bar. And I was intimidated, again, but I was very determined to do this. So I got under the bar, and I lifted, and I squatted, and I squatted, and I squatted, and I squatted, and I got stuck on the 4th one. But I was able to get back up, and squatted again, and Steven told me to just yell it out, and I yelled, and I got that 5th one up. So exciting. And then came Friday. And unfortunately, we didn't record anything Friday, which is a shame, because the first thing I told him was I want to do the squat rack again. Like, first thing. I don't care whatever else you have for me today, I want to do the squat rack again. In fact, I told him, I think I want to do the squat rack every day we come here. Like, make it the first thing we do the squat rack. So, he said, alright, let's go do it. I got under that bar. I lifted just the bar. I did pretty good. I did 95 pounds. Did alright. So he loaded me up with 115 pounds. I saddled up. I squatted 5 times. And my 5-rep max for squatting is 115 pounds. And I feel like Superman right now. I mean, I can't wait to see how strong I am. I mean, that is right now the biggest thing. I mean, when I lifted 115 pounds and I squatted that 5 times, all I can think is, wait, how strong am I right now? Because 45 pounds seemed impossible on Wednesday. And then by Friday, I'm over here doing 115 pounds. How is that even possible? I don't know at all. I don't know a bit. But it was incredible. And now I'm thinking, I must be stronger than this because I was able to do 115. And to be honest, I felt like I probably could have done more. I was just too nervous to. And now I'm wondering, could I have done more? And as I get stronger, like when Origin Story ends, in the beginning of 2019, how much will I be lifting? How much will I be squatting? I've never given a crap about how much I could lift, how much I could squat. Physical strength didn't mean anything to me. And now I need to know, what are my limits? mean, this is what Steven was saying he wanted from me. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, you just finished watching Origin Story Episode 9. Now, step right up and win a prize. Hit that button over there to subscribe to the channel. Go to our Patreon by hitting that button. You can get more prizes over there. Leave a comment below so we can talk to you, engage, and get to know you a little bit. Also, have you seen Real Anime Training? We just did a video about Baki's trainer workout, and we'd love for you to check it out. Real Anime Training is where this channel started, so let's not forget that, alright? We have so much more content planned for you, and we can't wait for you to see it. Until next time, everyone, I'm John Duffy.